Close your eyes and think about sparkling blue water, warm tropical breezes, and white sandy beaches. Think about total relaxation as you're pampered 24/7 while waves slowly rock you back and forth. You're taking the trip of a lifetime. You're taking a cruise. If you've never taken a cruise vacation, then you might have trouble imagining these scenes. If you have taken a cruise, then you know what I'm talking about. Cruising is a great way to spend your hard-earned money on a vacation. I'm going to explain the entire cruising experience to you in this presentation. That way, when you decide to take a cruise, and I hope you do, you will be well informed. You may ask what makes me an expert on cruising. Well, I started cruising at the age of 10 with my parents, and I have been on many cruises in my life. I have also worked on a cruise ship as a disc jockey and a cruise staff member. Before I discuss why you should take a cruise, let me give you a little background on cruising. Dr. John Paul Rodriguez and Dr. Theo Nuttenboom state the modern cruise industry began in the late 1960s and early 1970s with the founding of Norwegian Cruise Line in 1966, Royal Caribbean International in 1968, and Carnival Cruise Line in 1972. Those three have remained the largest cruise lines. The early goal of the cruise industry was to develop a mass market, since cruising was until then an activity for the elite. A way to achieve this was through economies of scale, as larger ships are able to accommodate more customers, as well as creating additional opportunities for onboard sources of revenue. Cruising up until then was for transporting passengers across the ocean, mainly Europe and America. The cruise industry has changed a lot over the last 50 years, and is completely different than when I worked on the ships in the 1990s. Now let's talk to you about why your next vacation should be a cruise. Why should you take a cruise? Well, cruising is a great vacation for the money that you would spend. First, there are several different cruise lines to choose from, and if you shop around, you can find really good prices depending on the time of year you decide to travel. Cruise ships, of course, run year-round, so you can plan to take a cruise anytime that you like. But the ships run different prices, and you will find that the cheaper rates are in the spring and the fall. My wife and I will be going on a 9-day cruise this fall for around $1,800 for the both of us. That averages out to $100 a day per person to enjoy all the amenities that the cruise ship has to offer. This is less than most hotels that you can stay at per night and does not include anything else. Many vacations, like Disney World, actually cost more for your hotel stay, park tickets, and food than it would for a week's cruise. You might be asking, what are the amenities that are included when taking a cruise? Well, there is so much stuff included in the price, it just might make your head spin. Masaka Williamson, a contributor for the U.S. News and World Report, states, taking a cruise isn't what it used to be. With increasingly innovative and enriching activities on board and ashore, cruise lines are reinventing the cruise experience and breaking away from buffets and miniature golf. Whether you want to cruise to absorb exciting new destinations or enjoy superlative amenities on the high sea, with whiz-bang features such as skydiving and surf simulators, a planetarium, and even a frosty ice bar, there are plenty of perks to pique your interest. My favorite amenity is food. One thing you will find yourself doing a lot on a cruise ship is eating. Everything that you eat on board is included in the price, and there is no shortage of food for the passengers. You can eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner in the dining room or out on deck, or both if you want. The meals in the dining room are prepared by world-class chefs, and the food outside on the deck is traditional food like burgers, hot dogs, pizzas, and salads. If that wasn't enough, you can also order room service. Another luxury included in the ticket price is world-class entertainment. Where else can you go to see top-notch acts like comedians, magicians, musicians, and even Broadway plays for free? These are not small shows. They are big-time productions with superior lighting, sound, and stage designs. And if that were not enough, the cruise staff has fun and games during the cruise that allow the passengers to both be entertained and wowed. I highly recommend that you look into taking a cruise for your next vacation, and I hope that at the very least I have sparked your interest in learning more about cruising. If you would like to know more, you can always look up the cruise lines online, and they explain all that their company has to offer. You can also get in touch with me as well, and I'll be happy to give you more information. I look forward to hearing about your cruising experience in the near future. Happy sailing!